Welcome to all of you. I know this is the pandemic time. It's good and bad. Bad, we know obviously why it's bad. A lot of people are suffering, the economy is suffering, and people are dying. Why is it good? Because this is a new beginning. It's certainly a new beginning. It's not that the corona is going to be there forever. It will be done soon. Soon. I have been praying. And in this context, I want to talk about the goddess worship. The goddess worship is the most powerful, the most ancient worship that got abandoned down the road. And when I say the goddess, I mean that she is a person or several persons. There are several goddesses. And we don't have the ability to see them. And that's the problem. So I'll be teaching how to see the goddesses and then what are the Siddha techniques used to see her and converse with her and be benefited with her, from her. The term goddess is a little not quite misleading, but doesn't give us a lot of understanding of who she is. But if you use a Sanskrit term for the goddess, then it's more profitable for us because it gives a lot of understanding about what the goddess, especially for us who are living in the science and the scientific and technological era with a scientific and technological processing mind. In Sanskrit, the goddess is called Chit. The god is called Sat. The goddess is the beginning of the beginnings. The god did not create the world, according to this Indian goddess tradition. The god did not create the world, the man god, or the male god. The goddess was responsible for creation. That's why the goddess is so important for us, because we all need creativity and productivity in this time. And she's called Chit. Those of you who have been following me, I have taught about Chit as a supreme consciousness. Chitta is the mind, and if you think with the mind that you are polluted by the human conditionings, by the oxygen that we are breathing and the electromagnetic force we are subjected to, and the oxygen and the electromagnetic force are responsible for our limited consciousness, body, mind, everything. To go beyond that is to contact the goddess, who is Chit. The human mind is called Chitta. The divine mind is called Chit. And Chit is the goddess. The goddess created it, the universe. So if you want creativity, you have to go to the Chit, who is the goddess. Just look at it from the perspective of the creation, the creative process of procreation, and then the resultant formation of the construction embryonic forms. Who is responsible for us? For the goddess. So she knows how to create, not the male energy, whether it is human male or a divine male like God. No. They cause it But then the actual creation is in the domain of the goddess or the woman or the feminine. And it knows how to transform energy into matter. And the whole process takes place within the womb. That's why in ancient time, the worship of the goddess was the worship of the womb. Even today in India and other places too, the womb is worshipped as the goddess, which is the creative process. Creativity is worshipped. And that is a mystery. That is giving life. And somehow we have to get into that mode of awareness or consciousness in order to create. So people have tremendous amount of misunderstanding about Maya. Maya is, which is illusion, which is the material appearance of this world, has been condemned as an illusion. Yes, it is an illusion. But it is not to be considered as it came to be unfortunately the case, as something, the material has been, universe has been dumped. There is no need to dump it. That is goddess. Goddess is Maya. Ma is matter. And she knows how to create matter. So during this period, starting from mid-October for 9 days, to engage in transforming our consciousness. If you are going to use your mind to contact God without getting into this divine state, which is also within us. In other words, Chit, which is the goddess, and Chitta, which is the mind, they are related. You have to move from the Chitta to Chit. And the changes will happen. I've been teaching a simple technique for people almost every day. I think, I don't know how many of you are there. 8 o'clock, around 8 o'clock every day, 8 p.m. I simply teach a very simple technique to move from Chitta to Chit. I want to repeat it because I want to benefit you even during this session. The moment you put your awareness and inhale through the left nostril and then go into the third eye, the eyes will change. Your brain will change. The activation of the higher states of consciousness that will enable you will become a reality. You have to be absolutely quiet. And that quiet can be manipulated only when you do something with your breath. And the eyes will change. There will be a blurry image. You won't be able to even see. Now I am in that state because as I'm speaking, I'm moving into my left nostril. The left side is the goddess's side. It is the creative side. You have to master your left side, left body, the left brain. Make you be precise, because what is creation? It is form arising out of chaos. What we do is we think that we can do everything with our mind. So we are under control. We are not under control. A few people are lucky enough, like the 1% or 2% of the people of the world who are wealthy, and then they can control their lives much better than people who don't have resources. So my teaching is focused on to seek divine help, which is latent within us. The Bible says, call on me, I will give you inheritance to the end of the earth. Unlimited prosperity will be yours. The same thing Krishna says. Call on me, fake it. Even if you fake it, even your love towards me is fake, I will still come to you and take a place in your heart. And then he says exactly like the Bible, the end of the universe is your inheritance. Even with the fake love you have. So that is the key. The key is to pray. And meditation will even make it more stronger, because this meditation, I'm all the time. I also want you to listen to me while you are focusing your attention on the left nostril and the third eye, while your ears are listening to me. That itself will do a world of good. So the goddess is higher intelligence, particularly the creative intelligence, which is in the womb. And the master of this goddess energy, or the most powerful goddess who represents the womb energy, is Mother Mary. And so who had an immaculate conception. Okay. Immaculate conception is new to the Christian tradition, but not to the Indian tradition. There is in the Mahabharata, this woman, Kunti, who is a queen, and she was given a blessings from a guru who visited the palace and gave mantras to have immaculate conception through the most powerful beings, the sun god. So she could use the sun god's mantra and become pregnant and then have a baby. Karna is his name. Or the king of gods in the heaven is Indra, and she was given a mantra to do that. And she had a son, and he was Arjuna, to whom the Bhagavad Gita was taught by Krishna. So we are going to teach a lot of techniques of how the womb chakra of Mary was responsible for the resurrection of Christ. This is new information. She is the mother of God. What a beautiful term. She is the mother of God. She literally is. The womb chakra is the most powerful chakra for creation. Mother Mary needs to be worshipped as the Womb Chakra. The Womb Chakra is not only in a female, the chakra is also in a male. During the process, I will give you how to activate the Womb Chakra and connect with Mary. It is a forgotten knowledge, and I will be introducing you to the Womb Chakra as it is understood within the Indian tradition and also in the life of Mother Mary. She is the master of creation. Because she was responsible for holding the most powerful energy of Jesus Christ in her womb. And the creation that the goddess does is different from man-made creation because she lives in a timeless zone. And how the Kali is a goddess of time. The one thing that I will teach during this period is how we disrespect time. And all our money problems are due to disrespect to time. And the goddess is very upset with the disrespect shown to time. How do we disrespect time? We don't care. We just want to have fun in the name of, indulging in unconscious thinking, unconscious activities, resulting in the insult of time. If you insult time, you insult money, because there is a very close relationship between money and time. Everybody is paid for time. And time decides everything, including the presidency, is ending now. That because the time is ending. And how can you understand time better through the goddess? Time is responsible for manifestation. That's why it takes 10 months' time. But a divine child can be born in a fraction of a second. Instantaneous manifestation is possible, and that is the goddess Varahi and Bala. I will teach mantras for both the goddesses during the time. Varahi is the boar-headed goddess. And she moves faster than light. Bala also moves faster than light. It is 350,000 miles per second. What does that mean? If you have that kind of consciousness, which is controlled by the goddess, then you would not want to wait at the end of the month to get paid. In the Vedas, there is a hymn to fire. Fire, you know how to create platinum, you know how to create gold, and then can you give me a boon? I want money every day. Agninathrayim masnabat posham yeva dividibe Yashasam Veeravattamam. One money every day. And there are people now you see who are making money in every second, like Amazon or Facebook or Microsoft, because they, by nature, because of their previous experimentation with the goddess, they got into that consciousness. So Bala is a 9-year-old goddess, and she and Varahi, they move at tremendous speed, and they are goddesses that who can do miracles. Bala will do miracles, and so is Varahi. So I will give you the mantras and chants that you may want to use during the time to get their energy. So resulting in a very conscious life. During the time, what I would suggest is go to my Religion of Religions video or Facebook videos every night around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, it depends when the goddess wants me to go and do this. Speech is the goddess, thought is the goddess, action is the goddess. God doesn't participate in anything. It is not just Indian philosophy. It is also, it was the knowledge that was prevalent in ancient Greece and including in the New Age channels who talk about the goddess. The goddess is being revived now. So being a woman is not a disgrace or anything. Being a woman is to be very, very powerful. The man always is dependent on a woman. He wants to prove to only one person, to win the hands of a woman whom he likes. And he is very powerless in front of that particular woman. Why? Because he knows that the power comes from her. It is the Womb Chakra. The Womb Chakra has never been taught. Not that the knowledge was not there, it was there and it was jealously guarded. And this is the time that I have been given the responsibility to take care of the task of bringing, have been tasked with bringing the new goddesses as well as the old goddesses, which I have been revealing, or correcting a misunderstanding about the old goddess. The one morning I was revealing last night, I usually don't sleep. I go to sleep like today, I went to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. I sleep for 2 or 3 hours. And I constantly keep working with my own consciousness. Now I'm quiet. I can see the tremendous amount of energy flowing in. And if with that intelligence, if I engineer a thought, that thought will manifest. It's called Siddha Samkalpa. Siddha is a perfected being or perfected consciousness in which there are no doubts. The reason Why most people are not able to manifest is because deep down there is doubt. Deep down there is negativity. And the negativity is due to not only you, but your father, mother, their their father, mother, great great grandpas, great great grandmas. We have their soul. We have a lineage. Hmm? If you go to the royal family of England, they, they can't even conceive of poverty at all. We have to be disabled to think of poverty, worse, to exhibit and experience poverty. That's why my definition of poverty is a disease of the mind. And it can be corrected. And who is going to correct the goddess? We are going to bombard our thinking process so that we become so conscious and putting our eyes in a fraction of a second on the left nostril, just one breath inhalation will go into the pineal gland. I plan to, the program is there in my mind, but I am getting more and more and more refinement so that I can almost perfect the technology by the time we come to mid-October. I'm working with there was another goddess who came to me last night, who has been abandoned, who is the older sister of Lakshmi. Unfortunately, she has been condemned as the goddess of misfortune and poverty. That was a great misunderstanding. And that misunderstanding was created by the Yuga Purusha. Yuga is the epoch, the Kali Yuga, for instance. Kali means suffering. We are living in Kali Yuga, the age of suffering. That's why most people are suffering. Only few people, only very negligible percentage of people are happy, materially, spiritually. But most of the time, most people are unhappy. That is because of the Yuga Purusha, which is the Kali Yuga Purusha, the god of this epoch, has twisted the understanding willfully. And I'm going to also reveal that as we go along and bring her back into this world. And there are some restrictions associated with it, so I will reveal as much as possible. But the three goddesses, Mother Mary, very powerful womb goddess, and Bala, the 9-year-old goddess, and who destroys literally negativity. She was created to destroy negativity. Because there was a demon who said, who would not be killed by, like a king or a god, or he gave a list of people who could not kill him. He left out a young girl. So the goddess strict him. So she became a young girl. There is no young girl in your list because you thought that you won't be killed by a young girl. So she became an young girl, that is Bala, and killed him and established incredible uh, life for human beings. So I will have her also included in the program. Then there is Varahi. She is also the goddess who gives incredible wealth and also kills negativity. And I will also talk about her. Why goddesses? Because we need divine intervention. We need somebody to hold our hand with their great intelligence, with their knowledge to foresee what is going to happen. We need wealth to the end of the earth. And we think deep down, even to think of it, oh my God, I don't need the end of the world as the earth, the end as my inheritance, the end of the earth, the there is negativity. You can't even conceive of $1 million. Why? There is conceptual constraints. My rule is you cannot manifest that which you cannot conceive. So what is the stumbling block here? Chitta, the mind. And who is going to remove that? The goddess. And how the goddess can be lived within your body. How she raises your kundalini. Raising the kundalini is key. That goes through all the goddesses' body. Kundalini herself is a goddess. Kundalini is the prana, the life force that is dormant now. Awakening the Kundalini will transform your consciousness. So all that, it's very, very easy to transform your life. Only one thing is needed: commitment. If for today, this is the morning time, just going into noon. If you can commit that I am going to remain conscious with my awareness put into the left nostril and in the third eye, and I'm not going to chit-chat, I have done that all my life, that's garbage. If we remain more alert and alert and alert and conscious, and not even a stupid thought, even by mistake, enters your mind, and that is God, the goddess. The goddess will guard you, will teach you the principles of time. Remember one of my favorite affirmation is, waiting is a waste of time. What are you waiting for? Waiting to make money after 5 years? No. If you want anything and everything, it should happen now. Now is the only reality. When we say that, the mind says, no, now nothing is going to happen. Maybe tomorrow it may happen, but not now. Why not? Because you do not know what is now. Now escapes your understanding. Now, I'll tell you now, I will tell you now what is now. And the now is timelessness. It is neither the past, nor the future, nor the present. It is a timeless moment. Now, what is it look like? Or what is the experience going to be? It is free from thought. You will forget that you are here. You will forget that you have a body. You will forget that you have a mind. And that consciousness is the Goddess consciousness. That is the consciousness of the Goddess. Completely, you won't know that you have a body. You won't know without you have a mind. Yesterday, I had that experience. I was sitting in my chair, and then I don't know what happened, and I was working on the now and the Goddess, and then suddenly I lost my body consciousness. I lost my mind consciousness until there was a message from someone on the WhatsApp, and then the phone beeped. That brought me to this world. I'll tell you one example from Osho. Osho was reading a book, sitting, he climbed on a tree, the treetop. It's a huge tree, and he was leaning on one of the big branches of the tree and reading a book. And he fell down. He went into a meditative state. He did not know what happened. He fell down on the ground. And he did not know what happened. And some women who were passing by, I don't know how long he was lying down there, went and touched the body of Osho to just find out if he's alive or dead or sleeping or whatever. Then immediately at the split of the second, he found that he was both on the tree still and then also lying on the ground. In the split of a second, then he realized what made him to give this earthly consciousness was the energy of the woman. The woman is the creatress, the womb. The time in the womb is where you learn, where you can learn to create matter out of energy. And the Goddess, I'm also going to teach how you to get lost in this material world once you have all these toys. You will get lost. The Goddess will give you that knowledge where you will not be carried away by the world of Maya, but at the same time, you will not lose Maya. So that's what's going to be the program. And why is this time? Because this is the time that the Goddess is descending. And each day I will check the appropriate time to invite her and talk to her and then give the messages to you. So if you don't have to wait for the program to start, I have just already given you a technique to be in touch with the goddess. I've told you what is time and how is time, is the womb chakra and all these things. Stay in that consciousness and prepare yourself to accept the goddess's descent when it happens in mid-October. So today, I usually end my talk with saying God bless. Now this time I will say Goddess bless.
Thank you, Dr. Pillai. We have one question that has been burning up the chat, and that is the womb chakra. You mentioned it's unique. So I'm assuming it doesn't have anything to do with our regular chakra system that people know about. It's something unique that you're going to teach, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The womb chakra is very closely related to the sex chakra.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the knowledge of the womb chakra has been kept as a secret. The resurrection of Jesus Christ, according to Kaleshwar Baba, who was a great saint who lived only for a short time, and he used to talk a lot about the womb chakra. But the womb chakra's main teaching come from the goddess Kamakshi in India. And also Kamakya there are two temples in the southern India. They worship the womb. In northern India also they worship the womb in a cave. And then you can see structure of the womb, and these are very powerful goddess shrines. I have gone many times there and to both places.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
And so I will touch I will give some mantras which have not been revealed to my knowledge anytime. Okay.